Morning, guys. Happy Memorial Day. I think today is a kind of take it easy day. There's a couple things we want to get done. He wants to spray a couple more loads of chemical to get rid of the weeds, and my cucumber plants apparently died, so I went and bought some more. I got to get those planted today, and then I think we want to walk this front pasture and see what it will take to get the rams out there. Good afternoon. I have spent literally all day, except for lunch, spraying weeds. We are really wanting to get our corn put in, and so we're spraying that triticale field that has basically about a foot of triticale growing, plus 1,000,001 thistles. We're trying so hard with the thistles. This year has been really good so far. This whole system we've got going with the Weed Bureau in keeping our weeds down has been like fantastic. So, but this field we ended up going and just buying some Roundup, and we're just spraying that on the field, trying to kill everything. So I am doing that, but I see a storm is rolling in, so I want to get that field done today. Yesterday, Rocky spent literally all day. I think he stopped for like an hour for lunch, and that was it. And he sprayed as much as he possibly could around the farm. So we are gaining. It's still slow going, but we are gaining. So I'm going to keep doing that and hope I don't get rained out. If I do, I'm going to switch gears and start tearing down the barn, because at least I'll be indoors for that. Sort of. I'll be undercover for that, let's put it that way. Because we need to get that cleaned out, because in 4 or 5 more days, ewes have to be in the barn, because in, I think, 10 days, we start lambing. There it is. I could hear it. So that drone right there is a mosquito. I think it's like a repellent type deal. And it'll go ahead and fly our creek right here and get rid of, basically just keep the mosquitoes down. And so they do the slough, and they do the pond, and basically where we have like sitting water, and it does help. So they've been doing that for several years now, and that is one big drone. You can see all the triticale. This is 2 years old. It is crazy how well it comes back, but we need it gone. So we're spraying that, and then we're spraying all the thistles. I really wish I had my fencing done for this field, because I would just let the sheep out on this. It would be like absolutely fabulous for probably close, with 300 head of sheep, it'll probably last like a couple weeks, but a couple weeks is a couple weeks. Well, I didn't get rained out, but I did get winded out. Our neighbor has barley planted right next to this field. I don't want to risk the drift killing his field, so I'm stopping, and I've got like 2 more passes to go. It's a little frustrating, but I don't want to ruin his crop, so I'm just going to wait till tomorrow morning when there is no wind and finish up this field. And then I don't know if it's going to be maybe this weekend. I'm not sure how long we'll need to wait before we can disc it. But before we have to do that, we have to get the red tractor started. So we have the starter, we have batteries, we have everything we need. We just got to put it all together. So I could get rained out. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. Well, we are getting some rain. Not a lot, but every little bit helps, so I'll take it. I am just feeding sheep, and then I think I'm gonna, if I have some time, I'm gonna go ahead and tear down a little bit of the barn, so at least I'm not out in the rain. What do you think? He got himself a new pen. And the first day in, he figured out how to open this end. So we had to zip tie. Oh, you already knocked down your little, not that you need it. Okay, well. Now he could learn to climb these, and we may have to zip tie all of the top. But yeah, he's got himself a new home, which means I can get rid of the dog kennel, and I can get rid of the playpen, which needs to go back outside for Ted. So I don't think I showed you exactly what we did here. We just we made a sheep tractor. We move this once a day. So I'm going to go ahead and move these guys right now. It is super duper simple. We opted to do this rather than hello my darlings, rather than a bigger one that we would only have to move every other day, because I can do this by myself without cussing and hurting myself. Good morning, guys. Yesterday was a really big day of, I don't want to say doing nothing because I got some stuff done. I basically spent the day working on fencing to move my keeper ewes over into the triangle pasture. So I did that basically all day, tearing down fence out here, hauling it into the barnyard and into that field and putting it up. And I figure you've seen me fix fence before. You didn't need to watch me do that for 8 hours yesterday. So I have got my last little piece that I need for the fencing, and we're going to go put that up right now, and then I'm hopefully going to be able to shuffle everybody over into that field. I need to make a couple staples because there's some spots where I need to tack the fence to the ground because there's kind of a big gap that they could go under. And then I have to feed birds. Part of the reason I didn't get the fence done yesterday was because we ended up running into town to get some pheasants. So I got some little 2-day-old pheasants, and I need to make sure that they have plenty of food and water still, feed my chickens. My quail should start hatching tomorrow, and I don't have a place for them yet, so I have to clean out another trough. And yeah, we're moving right along. For somebody who doesn't like birds, I sure have a lot of them right now. Basically, I am just trying to keep them from going down to the creek and then across to the neighbors. So we're putting up fence along this whole thing. Most of this fence is still really good. It's got all 4 wires, but you can see where moms have pushed stuff and made nice little pathways into the creek. So I want to keep all that closed because those lambs are a lot smaller than the moms, and if the moms can fit through, the lambs will definitely fit through. So it's just easier and safer to put up the sheep fencing across the whole thing. I need to, besides I'm spraying thistles, apparently I missed this section. I need to cut this old fence off that runs this direction so that I can keep going across here and then just up to that fence. So I don't have a whole lot more left. I'm gaining. I won't have it. It won't take me much longer to get this fence up and finished, and then I can let the little lambs out. Whole pile of pheasants. Don't lay on one another. So we went and bought 40 of them yesterday. They're all hens. And the plan is just to raise them for us. I went ahead and just opened this up, made kind of an alleyway, and apparently Ned's going to just sit there. But I'm hoping that if I'm over here, these lambs will kind of start coming through this direction. And if not, I'll kind of try to push them through. But this way, while I'm over here, I can kind of see what they've got going on. And while I'm finishing up this fence. Okay, so since we are going to be bringing sheep in the next 2 days, I need to get this barn cleaned out. So I got to get all of basically everything just gone. Moved off into the alleyway or outside. And then hopefully tomorrow he will have some time to bring the loader in and clean everything out. So that's basically going to be the rest of my afternoon, I think, is just tearing this barn down. Looks like everybody is over there, except for these 2 that haven't found the gate, and that one that is on the wrong side of the world. And I see all the rest of the flock has come in, probably just to see what's going on over here. Oh, that lamb got out into the alleyway. Oh, wonder how she did that. Yeah, I'll wrangle her up in the morning. She can't get out from there. I've got the gate closed down at this end so they can't get out with the flock. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that they figured out how to get out of here. I didn't quite get as far as I wanted to in the barn. I had to run to town to get dog food, and then my husband and I also grabbed some people food so that we had something to eat for the next couple weeks. And oh, Dudley came in with the flock. It's a good dog. You may not go back out with them, but... So anyway, I will get the rest of the barn done tomorrow so that I can get it finished. And then I'm gonna leave this gate open for these moms or for these lambs, because I've got their water over here. I don't have enough hoses to go all the way to the other side. So if I have some help tomorrow, if these guys can't find the alley into that other field, I'll have my husband help me. But I think tomorrow is basically going to be finish tearing down the barn, clean it out, and then one of the other days, so if we do that tomorrow, then Sunday I got to bring the flock in and we got to separate off those lambs. So I guess they're technically not lambs anymore, but that is the weekend, is to bring in those moms that are due, finish the barn, and maybe get the pump running. We'll see how much time we have for everything.